Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. Matt Marrow!
欢迎银行家大使梅特马洛先生。
It is very bright, BK, up here. Could you see anything? Apa khabar, Vemma Malaysia? Salamat datang. That's all my Malaysian. Vemma Taiwan, ni hao ma. Vemma, Vemma Indonesia. I know no Indonesian. And I've been to Singapore, they all speak English. All right, well, everybody, welcome. I'm so glad to be here. I think most of you know how much I love Asia and how much I appreciate and the respect, the amazing teamwork that y'all do here. And let's see, we're talking about the power of why. And of course, we saw BK's beautiful family and Salaheen's new baby, which I was excited to have a chance to go to the hospital and see. Tiny little baby, but let's give another congratulations to the new daddy, Salaheen. Because it's all about family for most people. That's their why. One of the things I noticed in is I don't know how to use this yet. Stand by. Any suggestions on moving the slides? No? Interesting silhouette over there. Okay, that's a good one. All right, let's go with that. So anyway, we all have hopes and dreams, and I had a lot of them when I got started into network marketing. One of the things that I like about the Vemma Malaysia team is that they have, all the people who get successful, they get the BMW cars. And let's face it, this business is fun because you can make a lot of money. I don't know, they say in America, I've heard it said that money isn't everything, but if you don't have it, it ranks right up there with air, okay? And money simply is a vehicle to allow you to do the things that you want to do. Before I got into Vemma, I was a banker. So every day, I had to get up and go to work at a bank. And I did not like that bank. And some days I did not want to go to work. And at the end of 2 weeks, I got paid, and it was not enough money at all. So I got credit cards, and I just kept getting credit cards and more credit cards because I did not want the lack of money to interfere with my ability to have fun. But eventually, I had so much credit card debt, I could not live on the money that I was making. And it was just no fun at all. Plus, I hated going to work every day. My idea of a good time is flying over to Asia and going to a convention, flying to South America and traveling around the world and having fun. That's my idea of a good time. So for me, my why was freedom. The freedom, like you heard my son, for those of you that understand anything that we're talking about today, you heard my son say something that he hears me say. My definition of success is being able to do what I want, when I want, as much as I want, and doing things that help other people. So that's sort of my why, and I never would have achieved that level of freedom working in the bank. So for me, network marketing and Vemma has been a dream come true. Of course, my family is so important to me, and this is a picture of my family. Been heavily photoshopped. I look thin. So, of course, the family is so important, and everyone has that in their why. But, I know I see some of you achieving good success in the business, and you go buy the BMW. I bought a bigger car. This is my car. That's the Vemma BMW. And it's fun to dream big, and it sure was fun to pick up BK in a convoy of Vemma BMWs with 4 police escorts. I mean, That's my idea of a good time. And what I'm always doing is looking for more ways to have fun with my friends and travel around the world. And this is something that I have on my new goal list. One of my friends, isn't that just the coolest? This is, I don't know, they say dream big. That's pretty big. This is one of my friend's boat. And then on the back of the boat, he has a helicopter. And I think when I reach Pinnacle, I'm going to get this, and it's going to say Vemma on the side, and you guys are all invited, and we'll go have a good time. All right. I like that a lot. All right. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about the possibilities, because a lot of times people say, hey, is this a get-rich-quick business? And the answer is it's not a get-rich-quick business. If you look at my back office, in the back office, and I must say, of course, I don't know how to say this in any other language, but in English we say these results are not typical. Your results will vary. I'm not saying everyone's going to do this, but a lot of people could probably do what I did in the first week. You'll notice there my check was 0. So I worked very hard that first week, and I made $0. And my entire first month, I only made less than $750 USD. That's about 2,500 ringgits. That's about 25,000 Thai baht. I'm not sure the other translations, but that's not a lot of money for a lot of hard work. So I worked very, very hard in my first month, and I made very, very little money. But if you fast forward to 12 months, it was over 55,000 US dollars within 1 year, that in 1 month. Thank you. That is about $20,000 more for the month than I used to make in a year working at the bank. And these kind of stories excite me, and they excite people. I was spending some time with Suderman, I spent a lot of time with Suderman when I'm here, one of my favorite people. He has 2 cell phones. He has his work cell phone, and he has his Vemma cell phone. His work cell phone is a Motorola flip phone, not a great phone. His Vemma phone is a nice BlackBerry. Better phone for Vemma. So someone from his day job, his boss calls, he's like, apakaba, or hello. And then someone from Vemma calls, and he's much happier. And he gets a pre-enrollee on the phone, he's driving around, and he's doing his work for his day job, and he's doing his work for Vemma at the same time. However, he's making way more money in Vemma already than in his day job. And that, to me, is just absolutely the magic of our business. So give him a round of applause. So again, while yachts and helicopters and BMWs and money are important, of course, what really matters is the family and the people. This ultimately is a people business. You'll never have any of those dreams if you're not about people. I really care about the people on my team a great deal, as does our founder, Mr. B.K. Barreco. You just heard a very heartfelt speech. I don't know how he came on stage after seeing that video of his mother. Just truly amazing stuff, and I always love to listen to BK share. But basically, at first, there was only BK. Now we have Vemma, a top 100 direct selling company, but it all starts with people. So this essentially is Vemma, sitting there alone in his chair, dreaming big dreams. And next thing you know, he thought of, do I know 2 people? One on my left, one on my right. He had to do the same thing that we do. So he had his dear friend, Tom Alcazan. My favorite part of the video was the picture of young Tom Alcazan. Is he very handsome? Bethany, she looks the same. And so they've been dear family friends for a long time. So, of course, who does BK think of? His dear family friend of his father, but also a longtime friends, Ruth and Jeff Elliott. You guys probably know that those are our number 1 and our number 2 earner. Pretty impressive. They were both personally sponsored by BK Barreco. But when the dust settles, those are the 2 big legs off of this company. And then if I was to look into it further, it all is about people and relationships. So Ruth and Jeff Elliott then got Brian McMullen. He looks a little confused right there, but he's actually an amazing guy, a true giver, amazingly talented guy. And then he, in turn, gets the grandfather of my business, Clay Jackson. He's probably not here, but let's give him a round of applause. Clay Jackson. Clay Jackson is building Africa. He's been a friend of mine for over 20 years. And then Clay, he in turn has to get his two people. One of his two people was a mutual friend of ours, Alan Fields. And I'm not very good with computers, so that's the best I could do with resizing a picture from Facebook. But you don't have to be good with computers to be a royal ambassador. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be thin. All you have to do is have a big why and care about people to be successful in Vemma. Alan Fields is my enroller. Alan Fields is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in my life. He's the creator of Vemma Builder. He's not here, but he sent his son Brian. Please help me give a round of applause to the best upline in the world, Alan Fields. So my friend Alan called me one day, and I was sitting there at my desk looking at a big pile of bills and wondering, what am I going to do? And he asked me if I was in front of a computer, and I said yes. And Alan Fields is a successful business person who I respect. And the next thing I knew, I was a pre-enrollee. And I went from a pre-enrollee to a member, and I was taught the basic training, which you're going to hear. We're really excited to have Tom Alcazan tomorrow share with you guys a roadmap of how to build this business. It's real simple. You use the products, you find two people, you teach them to do the same thing. If you can do that, you can be successful. My two people are, I forgot my friend Jason. He's the one with the yacht and the helicopter, coincidentally. And then I've got Cliff Braun, who's here. Give Cliff Braun a round of applause. And from just simply two relationships, tens of thousands of people can now come into your organization. My friends who have some internet marketing abilities found two young men here in Malaysia, Salahin Ismail and Hazrul Dodd. We sponsored those two guys, and now all of Malaysia is under them. Give them a round of applause. So when the dust settles, it's all about people. If you care about people and you help people, and for me, it's all about having fun. Because I think if you're having fun, people want to be around that kind of fun. If you're smiling, people want to be around you. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, people aren't going to want to do what you're doing. Have fun, meet people, and then the rest comes. It's a real simple process we're going to talk about in great deal tomorrow. How many of you are coming to the training tomorrow? Show of hands. Okay, good. That's all I have for now. All I encourage you to do is dream big dreams, and the money will come. Help people. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do some big training tomorrow. Thank you very much.